that thing go up and down when that wheel turns. It's a videotape. This is from a videotape machine, right? VCR, right?
They've received goods that people used to use that were good in the past and not good anymore. And they can recycle it, but what people have done is donated those goods to these kids.
That would be perfect. Oh, there's the wire, there's the wire.
And they've done a great job in demolishing it in an organized way, and then try to salvage the parts for something.
Like a keyboard. Yeah.
The kids have a lot of really good ideas, and looks like they're working together really well and enjoying themselves. And it's always good to tear things apart to see how they work.
There's one spring. Oh, now it's opening up here.
There we go.
You take things apart, you know how it works, and then you try to have some idea how to take things apart. You think it through the process.
Maybe they don't necessarily have the scientific principles, but what's great is that they were actually given sheets in which they can write down what ideas they have or inventions they have, and they can try and build those inventions.
We are making a magnet-powered car, and we're trying to keep it weighed down enough so that when it comes by with the glue, it won't fall apart.
When you're riding your bike, well, a big problem that you come in is keeping your phone charged.
So what did you come up with?
Well, the traditional way of doing it is attaching a generator to your wheel, but the problem with that is that there's a lot of resistance with the generator and the wheel, so it's hard to pedal.
It's a great idea.
We found out that 80% of computer waste ends up in landfills, and only 20% is recycled.
It's tragic, isn't it?
We're recycling circuit boards, we're making an umbrella out of them. Since these are rigid, then the water would hopefully just slide off.
Sure.
We're building a robot that cleans up messes. And it recycles.
We are doing a parent's detector. So when you're up at like 2 a.m., it's like if they're walking down the hall, it'll scan them and it'll pretty much make a loud noise in your room.
The idea is that you give it the picture, it's looking for a picture. It's like a face recognition kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Or DNA.
Maybe we could probably use this one off of here.
They're doing a good job taking little pieces from one thing and making a whole new object out of parts from many things. It's good.
So how does it clean it up?
We have not figured that out yet.
Well, I think it's just wonderful. People have got everything ripped apart here and they're putting it back together, and everybody's using their imagination about this stuff. And that's what's really neat, is seeing imaginations in action.
They take pictures of Martians and then brings it back down.
And it goes all the way in a different dimension. It can go that far in a day.
Like this machine, it like paints the walls. So this scans what still needs to be painted.
So are you thinking this would be like for painting a house or a room?
Just like walls.
The kids are extremely curious and eager to learn and excited about the things that they took apart.
I'm going to take these together.
It's very nice to see them enjoying themselves doing this.
Right now, we are making a game. Somehow make it more sturdy so it will stay there better. But
People learn a lot from seeing how things work and how things are put together, you know. Except that this one is sanctioned. You know, my parents didn't really sanction us, destroying our toys.
This is much better than taking apart things at your house.
There's two things going on there. There's the abstract side of the imagination, how do I put all this together? And then the second part is the practical side, how do I actually make it work?
see these gears? When you move the wheels, they move. I would put the chain there, hook it to this thing, and then put the chain on it, and spin.
It's a great opportunity for kids to see what's going on. And all of the kids have very high interest in, what they've done.
And if someone rigged the motor to it with the right amount of torque.
This isn't going to be here as the final project because we're really concerned about the appearance. Just clarifying that. This tape and stuff, this mess, is not going to be there. It's just to hold it down for the time being.
And then if we put it through the tube, through here through the next level.
when I came in, they were totally focused on what they're doing. That was great to see.
What does this hook into when you're done?
It has the antenna. It's connected to my phone.
And they're getting an opportunity to interact with each other and learn from each other. I think it's a very positive opportunity.
I mean, I could cut them out and then like. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. You want to cut it out, or do you want me to cut it out? I'll cut it out.
Having a plan, and then finding a problem, and then having to change the plan, and that's just normal for at least in my job. Exactly.
We combined the windmill and the gumball machine together and got the wind-powered gumball machine.
Wind-powered?
Yeah, it's free. We were gonna build like just a gigantic pinball machine using all this, but then with the blades we decided to make just a giant agility course. Right here.
I think I'm having more fun than I ever imagined I would.
Oh, when it does, we have to open this up so we can cover up that hole.
Solving practical problems around the invention. How do I get this to stick to this surface? How do I make this hang?
Do you want me to like block off these holes in here? We're having a difficult time.
So you're going to have something flat to join this too. It won't work if you just try to jam them together.
We're going to have to tape it until it dries.
Think it's going to fit?
Yep, it's gonna fit. This would go like this and pull up, but then we figured out that if you pull these down like more, it will go. And if you pull it back slowly, it'll stay straight.
So is this what you're going to use to control it?
Yeah, and this was from the Type 30.
What will the different numbers do?
Like, if you want two gumballs, you just press the button.
Yep. Oh, you got them combined. This used to be just one. Now you got them combined into two, right? So we can hang up even more stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
We were thinking about cutting off a little section of it to cover this up. And then this right here would be where the person puts that.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got you.
Come on over here so we can get you. So it gives the player a chance to get used to how to control it. Okay.
Yeah.
So not only do you have hardware that you've assembled, but you've assembled rules on how to use the hardware.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta hurry.
If you had to go through the maze, and if you go over the wall,
The person has to take it through the maze, or you have to hold it. Or...
I learned that you need to wear safety goggles just in case if anything flies.
Sometimes it's better to completely start over than to try to fix something.
Inventions that you can make work, but they don't always have to.
And that's okay, right?
Yeah.
I learned that you could just take things apart and make simple inventions.
to like not compete in making the inventions. It's just to have fun.
I was really impressed. The kids were definitely engaged, and I think that they were learning some important lessons in terms of science and engineering. A lot of imagination, and some of them, they like to take things apart.
For kids, when they've got the time to do this, what I see is stuff developing, ideas developing over time. So doing this in the summer, where they can be taken hours to work on something, not just, a few minutes in school, makes a big difference. What I really noticed today was how focused these kids are.
It would be great if more kids got the opportunity to do stuff like that.
Introducing the Fan Agility Course 3000 with 2 different levels of games that allow gravity to be your best friend in playing the game.
This is the Painter 3000.
This is the wheel fan. It's a portable fan for like when the electric goes out.
You have pictures of your family members and you put it down on the scanner. It's going to call me on my cell phone and it's going to say parents are coming, parents are parent alert, that kind of stuff.
When it's on top of the road, it'll hover just above it. Kind of like the maglev trains.
Then you take this thing, which is an alligator, and you try to pick all of them up and put them in here in 20 seconds.
We thought of a way that you could put electric generating fans and you can strap them to the front of your bike, and you hook them up to your iPod or phone so they'll last a little bit longer.
We used the idea that these are waterproof. We thought, and we said maybe we could make like roof shingles and like windows and windshields and different stuff like that that would need to be waterproof, while recycling at the same time.
It's actually a game and it's called Enter Window Escape.
We made the Maybot for Dazzle. It cleans up messes, oil spills, and it recycles.
It's the most complete robot invention known to modern science, but it will march too far.
Runs electricity through these coils, turning it into an electromagnet.
We had some wonderful examples of concepts, cars that are aided by magnetism through levitation and through generation of power. A wonderful game that involved quite a bit of construction and putting things together, figuring out how to do that. And along all of the process of making something new happen, there is the creativity to look at all things in a new way. Wonderful use of solving a problem by putting very simple concepts to work. Elegant, absolutely wonderful.
To be good science, it's also got to be fun. And there were a couple of these that were just flat out fun for the most creative use of materials. So could Alexis and Trinity come up, please? For the most interesting use of scientific concept, Hjalmar and Jacob for their use of magnetism. Great to have a good idea, but you've got to make it all work. And so if Nathan and Aaron could come up for that. Well, we'd like to award the 7th and 8th grade award to Ethan and Aaron.
And that put them together in a very simple solution of an issue. And that award is to the wheel pen.